Hello guys, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about BFDIA 9 trivia. Everything from trivia and cultural references. Yeah, let's talk about it. I know that BFDIA 9 came out 5 months ago, but there's still a lot about this episode that you probably don't know. So yeah, let's get into it. This episode is the first BFDIA episode of 2024. It is also the first episode of the Battle for Dream Island series to be released in 2024. It is also the first episode of the overall BFDI series to be released in a year with the number 4 in it, as there were no canonical episodes released in 2014. In universe order, this is the first BFDIA episode of 2014. As of this episode's release, BFDIA has become the 4th season to reach 9 episodes. This episode confirms that an afterlife exists within the BFDI universe, with every contestant killed by the Crusher during the challenge appearing in the underworld and becoming animated in CGI. Nickel deducts that they are only there because they were all crushed by the Crusher. This implies that there isn't usually an afterlife for BFDI characters, and instead this is a one-off event. This is the first BFDIA episode to be over 30 minutes, without counting BFDIA 5 and its multiple parts. In release date order, this is Bubbles' return in this episode, and first speaking role since chapter complete. This is the 3rd episode where Book's death has to do with her shape being mildly disformed, the first being Intruder Alert and the second being Outbreak at Stake. As of this episode, the 9th spoken word is won't. Therefore, the current message is don't try that again because it definitely won't work. For those of you who don't know, this is a reference to BFDI 25 where the pen and eraser talk about there being a message like for the first spoken word for the first episode and the second spoken word for the second episode, and line that up to make a message, and that's basically happened again for BFDI, which is BFDI season 2 basically. So yeah, the message currently for that whole like code thing, don't try that thing again because it definitely won't. And then like it continues in BFDIA like 10 and onwards. This is the second time that Ruby has cried. The first was No More Snow. Inside the compactor underworld, Pin has limbs, despite her losing them in her normal form. It's unknown if this was done on purpose or not, but I think this was done on purpose. On the BFDIA 9 voting playlist, in Fry's video, you could see him playing an animation at the end. The underworld was the 3rd time in the series where the medium that the show was depicted in was changed for a joke. The first being was in Bowling Now with Explosions, where the show's style was changed to puppetry at the beginning of that episode. The second time was in SOS, Save Our Show, where the animation style was degraded to emulate paper cutouts being drawn in Microsoft Paint, and only being in storyboard comic strips due to the show running out of budget. Even though the trash compactors are said to be soundproof, many contestants inside them can be seen reacting to what the outsiders are saying, showing that sound can enter the compactors but can't exit. This attribute is also shared with Jawbreakers. This means Book using signs to communicate with Ruby was useless. Yellowface had previously advertised his headphones as using super glue to make his headphones unremovable, but in this episode it is revealed that said glue is water soluble, being the same glue as Team No Name used in Well Rested. But cyan chrylates, the active ingredient in superglue, are not water soluble and are in fact activated by moisture. It is possible that Yellowface was falsely advertising his headphones. This is the first episode of BFDIA to not have a member of Free Smart in its thumbnail, since no more Snow, unless you count Gelatin, even though he switched back to Team No Name in this episode. This episode also made the YouTube trending list in the US, Canada, and Australia, peaking at 13 in the US, 45 in Australia, and 11 in Canada. Which reminds me, I remember when BFB 12 or 11, like, correct me if I'm wrong, they also got on the trending page, one of them. Yeah, that was really cool when that happened. I just wish I saw, like, the trending page when BFDIA 9 came out, because that would be pretty cool. When Free Smart guesses the phrases Ice Cube and Ruby have while rolling down the hill, the phrases abbreviate to WTF. This might also refer to the weak trembling fortress. When Bommy and Needle exchange phrases with each other, the phrases abbreviate to BFDIA. This is the first time in BFDIA where a win token is used. This is the first episode to take place entirely in the southern Goiki grasslands since Ziki Buki Doog. According to a post by Whoopdoo, this episode takes place in January of 2014, 7 months after the events of BFDIA 5. This is the third BFDI episode to be available in 2160p. Now we're on to cultural references. The Yoyolites' ability to preserve one's spirit may be a reference to the 2010 Nintendo's DS video game Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. When Bommy volunteers to go first for the contest, he says, "I volunteer as tribute," which is a reference to the Hunger Games. Pencil spins her torso around before blowing a bubble, much like how SpongeBob SquarePants does in his Bring It Down part in his bubble blown technique from the episode Bubble Stan. During the dance montage, various references to memes that were popular in the Object Show community during BFDIA's cancellation time period 2013 to 2014 are made. Fry's dance references the video Bullet Groove, where Bullet from Object Havoc does a dance originally from the song Gangnam Style by PSY. Bullet Groove itself is a parody of Cat Groove. Ruby's dance is a reference to an action Sam does in Solomon 5 Years. Both Ice Cube and Books reference the meme Just a Bit Crazy, which originated from Edgeworld. The animations are specifically referencing the video Just a Bit of BFDI, seeing that it looks similar, especially with Ice Cube. Tennis Ball runs back and forth on the spot, just like the meme Very Hot, which was popularized by KDJ98. His animation specifically references Globe's movement in the video Object Overload Very Hot. Gelatin's dance from the video Jelly Groove. The video itself is a meme that originally came from Bullet Groove, where both videos use the exact same music and involve an object dancing to the song. Bommy's action references every object do the flop, specifically at Casey from Object Overload doing the action originally by the Do the Flop guy from ASTF movie series. As a point of acknowledgement to both this and the Edgeworld reference, Thomas Ridgewell, the person involved with both of the mentioned animated series, replied to a tweet of the dance montage clip of this scene. Needle's action references does the pin thing for a while, a meme created and popularized by Xanny Leaves, where other characters would imitate pens, spin, and jump from Thanks for 4 Years. The music that plays during Fry's book, Ice Cube, Tennis Ball, and Gelatin's parts also seem to be in reference to their respective memes, with their actions synced with the music. The extended cut of the song includes even more references to the OSC music, including Broom's Guitar, a song from the object show Excellent Entities, New Friendly by Kevin MacLeod. Rock My Emotions by Kinstoon, used as the source for Rock My BFDI. Can't Imagine, a song from the object show Through the Woods. K-Gen 8 by Dub Mood, used as the source for Eliminated BFDI. Tom's Dog, the song used for the Funky Walk trend, a segment similar to Sparta remixes. Unreal Superhero 3 by Kent and Rez, used for the Infinite Doodle in BFDI 3, and the Stinger of BFDI 8. Famous by Arky, used as the source of 6,000 subscribers. Pin attempts to do the macaroni dance while in the charades chamber, while it hasn't been seen in action. The dance steps Pin describes imply it's similar to the Macaronia. Golf Ball saying, "I am so bored. This is like the beginning of an object show I watched recently," alludes to the cliche of object shows starting with a character claiming that they are bored, leading up to a different character showing up and announcing that they're hosting a competition show. One of the prizes on the prize wheel was a diamond pickaxe, a reference to the tool from Minecraft. Additionally, another prize from the prize wheel was to Carinize. This is likely a reference to Carinization, a type of convergent evolution in which a crustacean evolves to resemble a crab. Moreover, on the other prizes on the prize wheel was an air fryer, possibly referring to the "clearly you don't own an air fryer" meme. When the teams incorrectly guess what the members in the trash compactors are doing, a wrong buzzer sound plays, which is an extremely common sound effect known as Sim Coel's buzzer sound that originated in either American Got Talent or Portal 2, and is heavily used for incorrect stuff, answers, choices, strikes, lies, timeout, loss, failure, etc. And also heard often when a red X, a no symbol, or something red appears or lightens while making this noise. This is heard very often, almost every time when the team incorrectly guesses. Sometimes when the teams incorrectly guess what the members in the trash compactors are doing, a walkie wah wah trumpet sounds plays, which is a well-known sound effect for failure or loss. This is only heard a couple of times when Ice Cube incorrectly guesses that Ruby is eating vegetables and the poison remains of a dead contestant. And when Gelatin incorrectly guesses that Tennis Ball is playing tic-tac-toe. When Puffball's speaker box tells Pin to spin the contest wheel with her hands, a Vine boom sound plays. When Puffball's speaker box changes Ruby's phrase, Ruby snaps her fingers and says "aw man," like Swiper the fox from Dora the Explorer, whenever he is stopped from swiping something from Dora and Boots. The recommended character in this episode, called Goldie the Fish, might be a reference to Goldie the Fish from Peppa the Pig. The recommended character Chainsaw Man is a reference to the anime of the same name. When Tennis Ball sees his dismay that his word is acetylcholic acid, a scary suspense sound effect plays, which comes from the popular 2014 horror game Dungeon Nightmares. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you like what you see, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And an update for my fans. The next video, my goal is to release it before the end of summer, and it will be an animation, don't worry. and it will be an object obstruction related, just not a full-blown episode. The next video will be an animation, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, see you on the next video. Bye.